Okay, we are now recording the June 23rd, 2017 Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome from Heat City.
Is it 100 degrees down there yet?
I think it's only 90 something, but
Oh,
it has
geez.
been in the hundreds, so.
We're up at 88, but it feels like 100 here.
Oh yeah, the humidity.
We're getting Cynthia. She's coming to talk to us tonight.
Oh, good.
She's been downgraded.
Thing.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. So we have flood warnings and all that kind of stuff. And
Was that a hurricane or a storm or something?
Tropical storm. Did it ever turn into a hurricane?
I don't know if it ever made hurricane status. I think it only got the tropical storm, and it's been downgraded since then. But you know what? 30-mile-an-hour winds is still a lot, and
It is.
you know, so trees are taking a beating around here.
Yeah, we have a lot of Douglas firs out in this area, so they come crashing down on the phone lines, and people lose power for a week.
Yep, exactly. Well, I had a fun experience walking home from the post office. You think about timing and the way the universe is set up, and I have a schedule. I want to keep on the schedule. I got a million things to do, and then a person comes by and stops, and you know what? I do stop. I do take the time. That minute that I stopped to talk to that person kept me from being underneath that tree the moment it fell.
Jeez.
Yeah, me and my little doggy walking home from the post office, and you hear a crack, 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 and then boom, right in front of us. Right in front of us. Right across the street, just like, wow. So.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. But my point is, take the time. Sometimes when roadblocks are put in front of you, there's a reason. So don't get upset about it. Just take a breath and move on. So we have Elizabeth with us. Hello, Elizabeth. Can you speak to us?
She's muted.
Okay. And I don't see a cam, so she may not have right picture. So if you have anything you want to add, please feel free to chat, and we'll bring it up and we'll talk about it. Okay. Before we go any further, I'm going to congratulate Sarah. Sarah, and your TBX program is now officially in the Intuit Marketplace.
That's right. Well, they had closed the marketplace for desktop. I mean,
Wow.
so, and we had to have our programs approved years ago, had to pay for this whole long process. And so I'm very encouraged that they have opened up now the apps for desktop. But it was
For desktop or QBO?
Desktop.
So they're going to open,
Yeah.
So Intuit's not going to get rid of this like we thought, or is it like, seems like, are they having second thoughts about phasing it out?
Yeah.
I think they're.
I think there's so many people on desktop that
well,
it isn't going away anytime soon. So
I can't see how
At least 5-10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, but still, there's a lot of people. There are things that the desktop does that online doesn't.
They have a really hard time replacing it unless people want to go to some other.
Right.
So I'll put in the chat the new apps for QuickBooks Desktop.
Awesome.
Which is desktop.apps.com.
And then I'll put that link when I put the show up.
Because there's a ton of stuff. So they even waded through my website.
Wow.
They came back and said, I had like QuickBooks with little TM for trademark. I'd done that years ago because I really thought I should. And they're like, "Nope, take off the TM."
Really?
They found an old logo buried on a page I forgot was there. And I'm like, and then I have some verbiage that you can also use my program for CCH and Creative Solutions. And depending on what browser you use, their little register mark would come out some weird gobbledygook. And so they even told me to correct that. And I'm thinking, okay, guys, now you're correcting typos.
Nitpicking.
It didn't even affect into it, but that was really nice of them to do that because I didn't know that was a problem.
Must be pretty highly paid proofreaders.
I know. So I'm like, so
But
it wasn't
you
just
liked your
Mhm.
site.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised but the thing is, when you get the email, it says you have failed. Oh, I know what it is. Denied. That's what it is.
Oh,
Denied. And you go, and then there's this. So some of it was logos. The installation routine that I had was outdated or something. So they wanted the privacy. You need to be able to read all that before you install. So $1,500 later, I have the whole new install.
wow.
That's pretty good. But I mean, the program itself, they didn't have any complaints at all about whether it worked or not. I mean, it works. So that's why when after I paid for the new installation, I thought, well, I'm done. And it's like denied.
Oh.
So, but it's all good now. And you know what? This is a million times better than the old website. A million times. It has links and icons, and I mean, you had to feed it all kinds of content.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
So
anyway.
congratulations also on your CCH Walters Kluwer.
Yeah, that
They
was fun.
contacted you after finding out that you will be speaking at Accountex, and tell us about
Right.
that.
Well, I have one of Mark's old colleagues had gone to work for CCH, and I just happened to be chatting with her on Facebook one night. And she's like, "What have you been doing these days?" Blah, blah, blah. So I told her, and she goes, "Hold on." And she said, "Do you want to practice your session on my team?" And I'm like, I didn't think CCH has a checklist collaborative type product or module. He says, "We don't. We're working on it." So she had a division head call and set up a Skype meeting just to chat with me. And it won't even go to beta till October, because I said, if you want me to mention, because I'm going to list. I'll spend the next couple of weeks seeing what kind of programs are on the market now for audit prep. And I said, can you get your developer guys to give me some screenshots? And anyway, that was pretty cool. And then I called after I talked to him. Of course, I just gave him my opinion overall on how behind all the CPA firms are in technology. And I did tell him one thing he hadn't thought of. I said, for all these companies who are using solutions, maybe they have all the CCH products, but they had to go do something else for this. How do you get them away from that solution when
Right. After you've been using something and it, why?
Exactly. I mean,
just
my husband's firm uses SureLink. And so I said, "Are you going to be able to port SureLink over to?" He goes, "Ooh." So I felt like I was useful. And then I called Smartsheets today because I said, if I'm going to demo my audit prep Smartsheets, I don't want to risk my client list over on the, how you move your mouse over to the left and it pops. And I said, I need like a free account for demoing and things.
Sandbox account.
Yeah. And so he's going to talk to his manager. Meanwhile, I have an employee that is sabbatical, so I can undo her license and make one, and then only share the workspaces that are sample sheets.
Right.
I have to pay for it. So anyway, but
Nice.
and then he just opened a Boston office because they're based out of Seattle.
Okay.
And I went,
Now on the
oh,
East
you guys are so going to have a booth. So going to have a booth at Accountex. I mean, the accountants, that's just an industry that just
Right.
ripe for a smart sheet. So
Oh, yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
got a lot done today.
Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
So, Linda,
Yeah.
let's talk about sales tax.
Well, it's just a mess.
Start at the beginning. You have a client.
I have things on the, let me see if I can, see, part of the problem is I'm on the laptop. I'm not using the laptop for anything other than basically the webcam kind of thing. So I created a special file here. This shows you everything that's going on with, but it's on the other computer.
Okay.
I list all the sales tax payable accounts. I list all the vendor names. There's 3 vendor names. There are 6 sales tax items.
So let's start at the beginning. You have a client that's having issues with sales tax.
Okay, I have to read it off the website. I'm sorry.
Well, and this is a conversion.
And we're talking, and it was converted from Mac to QBO.
Converted from QuickBooks for Mac to QuickBooks Online in January 2017.
Okay.
She did that, and she had her IT person bring the data file from the QuickBooks for Mac into QuickBooks Online.
Okay.
She never looked at the data file. Basically, she's never looked at the data file from the beginning. She's had a bookkeeper that's done it. She's had a number of different bookkeepers, and it appears as if nobody really ever looks at it.
Okay.
Okay. So she has, when I started this morning, she had 9 sales tax payable accounts, 3 vendor names for when she paid the sales tax, 3 different ones. She had 7 sales tax items, many of which were duplicates, but with slightly different names. You know, same sales tax amount, and everything is linked together in QuickBooks, and trying to follow back to figure out what's linked to what. Let me see if I can send.
Well, let me ask you this. How many sales tax accounts does she need?
1.
And QuickBooks only has 1
Of it online.
sales tax type account, even in a Mac. If she had more than 1, those she may have named them sales tax, but they are current liability accounts, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're under. What's weird is when you look at QBO and the QBO
Chart.
it says it's other current liability, and
Right.
it says it's sales tax payable
Okay, that makes sense.
on the chart of accounts.
Right, that makes sense.
Take one of them and you click on the right-hand side and then go to edit it.
Yeah.
It doesn't say sales tax payable underneath. It says federal income tax payable. So all except one of the sales tax payable accounts say that they're federal income tax payable. And you can't merge anything. What I'm trying to do is get them all into one so that I can just, in QBO, you can delete them and that makes them inactive. They're there, but.
And they have balances?
Yes.
Okay, and
In here, okay,
yeah.
one of the sales tax payable accounts starts on 3/19 and goes to 4/13/2017. Another one starts in July of 2014 and goes through September of 2016. Another one begins in September of 2016 and goes to June 21st, 2017.
And 17 is all QBO, right? Anything dated in this year's QBO was
Yeah.
created in QBO?
Yes.
Hey,
and so
Linda, can I ask you a question?
2, 3, there's 3 of them that have transactions in 2017. There
Linda,
is one that goes from February '08 to June of 2016.
Can you look at the transactions? Are they coming off of item codes, or are they journal entries, or are they something posted directly to these accounts?
No, they're coming off of invoices. When I go into the registers,
Uh-huh.
so evidently she has multiple items set up. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 6 sales tax items.
But then she's putting the item code directly on an invoice then.
hold on a second.
Linda has a question. Let me ask her question.
I didn't hear, sorry.
Linda, is she doing business in states that require her to charge sales tax?
Yes.
Then she will have those item codes because those codes would need to be paid to that state.
Okay, she has only one state.
And is everything that she does taxable?
If she's in one state and she is doing business in another state that requires her to collect sales tax.
She's not. She lives here in California, and she's an interior designer. And all of her work is done here in California. As a matter of fact, the way she has to collect it, it's in 2 different counties. The 2 different counties happen to have the same sales tax, but you have to report them. They're called districts in the state of California. You have to report them as separate districts. However, she has 3 for San Bernardino County. She needs 2. She needs 1 that was at 8% up until this year and 7.75%. She happens to have 2 at 7.75%.
So does she need sales tax? Does she need it for last year, or is it last year taken care of?
Last year is all taken care of. She's not adding anything to last year.
Then I wouldn't even worry about it.
I wouldn't worry about the ones that have the transactions dated prior to 17. Inactivate those accounts.
And then figure out which account.
Nothing zeroes out. Shows her either way overpaid or way underpaid on one of those sales tax payable accounts. Just leave that.
Actually, you need to look at the sales tax return that she filed and match it up.
But wait a minute. I know what to do in desktop. If you go to vendor sales tax reports, those reports are only on true sales tax codes, not.
I've never used them right. So I just thought I'd get everything into one sales tax, and I would move things by year.
It sounds like you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, because you're converting from QuickBooks Mac, which is hella crazy.
Somebody else did
QBO, which is even hella crazy. And it sounds like when the data file was pulled over, they didn't fix the data file before they pulled it in. And it screwed everything up. So you got a hella mess on your hands, honey.
That's right.
So have a vodka and relax. Don't stress over it, because it'll give you gray hair, honey.
Well, here's my question. Do you have invoices in 2017 that are not running through the true sales tax payable account? They may have an item code inserted in the invoice for sales tax, and it ain't going to sales, the real sales tax payable account.
I think you ought to forget about all of the other ones. Don't try and merge them, because if there are problems with certain ones of them, they'll pull through to what you're merging.
Those are just GL accounts. Those are just GL accounts. I'm only concerned about the real one.
Okay. So
one account.
Everything going into the sales tax payable account for 2017. And then I need to make sure that whatever she's doing in this Ivy app she's using, that it comes into QuickBooks at the right place. So I think
she's got another program that interfaces with it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother.
That's probably, that's a whole lot of
Yeah, you have to make sure that is correct. So do you have an account that you're using for adjustments, like a clearing account or whatever? If there are sales tax accounts.
I'm just trying to get everything put into one. I was going to put them into one account because I thought maybe if everything was in one account, it would all zero. But maybe I'll take
wishful thinking.
Print it out and do it on a calculator. Does it zero? Or is it?
I don't know. There are so many things. I guess I could see if it's zero. I don't think it does.
Yeah, okay, so if it doesn't,
have a balance,
then merging things is not going to help. So you want to separate the years, 2016 and 2017.
Left incorrect. Left as imported.
So for anything prior to 2017, make a journal entry and make an adjusting account, because you've got all those accounts receivable that you're adjusting also. Just create an account that's going to be your adjustment account. I usually make it to an equity account.
I'm trying to hear you.
What kind of entity?
And you're going so fast and I'm not following.
Okay, sorry.
Would you create a bank account? What kind of account would you create?
No, an equity.
I would make it an equity account.
Okay, make it an equity account.
And
okay.
Thinking that eventually it should go to retained earnings.
Okay, so make it equity and just call it clearing.
Adjusting account, prior year adjustments. Prior year adjustments.
Okay, and don't do them by year.
And anything prior to 2017, just make an adjustment to make that account zero.
Got it.
And you'll have pluses and minuses.
Got it. And then maybe they'll come out.
Right.
She's a sole proprietor?
I like that.
She is sole proprietor? A sole proprietor?
She is.
Okay.
She is. But she is going to be doing something different. And she wants to open a store. And I told her
there's a whole nother ball of wax.
she could do it. But I want her to start a brand new data file at the end of 2017. This account is never going to get cleaned up right. And I told her that.
Does QBO not let you merge?
What?
QBO doesn't let you merge accounts?
It does some accounts, but not anything. You can't merge anything to sales tax payable.
No, but you could merge all those other liabilities. But I'm wondering if it's named wrong and somebody...
I could do the federal income tax payable all together.
Well,
right.
Did anybody try to do federal income tax adjustments or?
No, I think that it just defaulted to that and the person wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
And most of them were set up in the Mac.
So those ones you want to...
Those
Does
dates.
this person have a bookkeeper or CPA?
I've been trying to pull from her who does her taxes. And I haven't she's got a bookkeeper, but the bookkeeper hates QBO like I do.
Well, I pull a trial balance.
QuickBooks for Mac. And then she moved to QuickBooks Online and the bookkeeper is ready to quit. And I'm trying to clean it up enough so that the other thing is she has not been looking at it. Ivy comes over automatically. It's kind of like a bank feed. They don't have to say, go get it, go get it, go get it. They said it once and it keeps doing it. But the problem is they don't look at it till 2 months later.
And the problem has happened and there's tons of transactions to clean up.
Yeah, so I said, look at it once a week,
But you do have to check with Ivy and make sure that there is only one sales account in Ivy. That account needs to be looked at. The setup needs to be looked at there.
Numbers for that.
But maybe it needs to come back through by county or what do you call them?
Can I offer some advice to folks watching this video?
Yes, please do.
If you are going to start a business, take some time and learn stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're preaching to the choir.
open a book.
Open a book.
Read about businesses. what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. In the name of Jesus, somebody tell these people.
Oh my God.
It's at the beginning too.
It'd be nice if there was a requirement that you had to take a class or something to get a business license.
You know what? Folks are not required. Listen, folks are not required to get training to have kids, but they have to learn how to drive a car. Something's wrong with that.
I hear you. You're right, Misha. You're absolutely correct.
If people,
I agree with you. I agree with you. But I am going to say what they say to me. I am going into business to do what I'm doing. I did not go in business to do bookkeeping. That's what
yes, you did. If you want to keep your money and not give it to Uncle Sam, yes, you do.
My doctor said that the medical schools are requiring more and more business classes.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'll be honest. My sister, love her to death. She's my sister. I have to love her. Sometimes I don't really want to, but I have to.
Got it.
She has a PhD in organic chemistry.
What do you do with that?
She's worked for SC Johnson. She makes products. Mm-hmm. She does research and development on materials and all sorts of stuff. We ended up going to the same college. She lived in the science building. I didn't want nothing to do with it. She literally said to me, she's like, "Oh, you're a basket weaver." I go, "What?" Because I got a management degree. I said, "Oh, honey, no. I'm the one that you come to when you want to make money on the stuff that you're creating. Because you can create that all you want, but you ain't going to be able to sell it without me."
That's funny.
Good for you. Good for you. Very well said.
I don't understand why people, if you want to sell something, or if you want to do this thing, know what it takes to run a business. It includes bookkeeping. It includes knowing, compliance. It includes potentially human resources. It includes a whole lot of stuff that folks don't really think about.
They don't think about it, and they don't want to do it, and they feel like
that's why they
are, so I don't have to.
That's why they end up getting those lovely love letters from the IRS.
But this is a problem that we as advisors have had consistently, no matter what level of technology that we have. This problem's been happening 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and today. It still happens. And that's why we as advisors have to let our clients know this.
Yeah, but you figure, I'm like,
no, I understand.
I've gotten to the point where I'm not sugarcoating anything for anybody ever anymore. If you're gonna come to me and I'm trying to tell you here's what's going on, and you're gonna say, "Oh, too much information," and move along. I shouldn't care more about your business than you do.
Yep.
That's not what our role should be. Our role should be advise and help you do your thing and do your thing better.
Too many people, all they want to do is satisfy the IRS requirement to do a tax return, and that's it, because they have to. And they probably wouldn't even do that. I mean, if they didn't have a tax return, they probably wouldn't compile their books at all.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's frustrating.
To us, it's extremely frustrating. It's extremely frustrating because numbers talk to us. And we can see.
Well, no, numbers don't talk to me like it talk to you, honey. Sometimes they look at me, they give me dirty looks and stuff.
But I look at it as being an interpreter.
Yeah.
We're the middleman.
I'm tired of interpreting. You should read that. And did you look at it? Did you read it? To the business owner. Mm-hmm. Well, you got to read it to know what to do, right?
Well, I think that's part of the problem.
That should not be part of my vocabulary when I'm talking to a business owner.
They need you to hold them by the hand and
not me.
And read it.
I have carpal tunnel, honey. I can't hold nobody's hand. I can't even hold my own hand. I ain't holding nobody's hand. Can you tell I'm jaded? Can you tell I am frustrated?
Can you tell it's Friday afternoon?
Can you tell? Can you tell? But it boggles my mind that, and then you try to teach them. You tell them something, and then
we're not appreciated.
They go away, right? And they happen to, oh, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and they said the same exact thing you did. Go figure. Like, and? Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do.
You must have the same client.
Standard thing.
Yeah, well, I tell people, if you want the same results, keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
If you want different results, come talk to me.
Exactly.
So
I get very frustrated, but I still try to, do my best to teach them. And I give them, I'm going with the three strikes rule. I tell you once, I tell you the second time. The last time I tell you, I'm going to write you a letter. Actually, I might not even do that. I might just smile in your face and tell you to get the hell out.
That's one way.
I'm good. We're good. I mean, other than sending it by email, text, like writing it down, carrier pigeon, like how else do you want me to tell you the same thing over and over again? It's ridiculous.
But see, you're like me. If somebody isn't listening, or I don't want to do. I mean, some people look at it and like, well, it's money.
Nope.
You're just doing your job, but I don't enjoy it. So I'd rather go spend my time on somebody who appreciates me than.
You know how many books I can read?
Absolutely. I'm trying to change my mindset on that and look at it as communication. Is a communication problem. And that's where I like what Ingrid is doing, because she makes it so that you can see and understand better. And if you have to, you laugh, I know. If we have to do
she's talking to at the level of an 8-year-old, though.
I was going to say something, but I realized.
Some people like that. Some people
I guess.
like that.
I realize we are recording.
Yeah.
So I shall be a good girl, and I shall hold my tongue.
You know what? There's so many different kinds of people in the world, so many different personalities, so many things so many different ways to communicate, that it's just another way to communicate. Just because I wouldn't want to sit down and, it wouldn't be my go-to for information, doesn't mean it wouldn't be for somebody else.
So the concept seems
to you.
To me.
To you.
To me. I'm trying to be, look, you see that dimple? Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Look at that one. I got 2 of them. What? I'm keeping my mouth shut.
There's an audience. There's an audience.
I'm not saying nothing.
Okay. Back to Linda. Did we answer your questions?
No.
Honestly, Linda, you're going to have to.
It will
Try to
not
play detective.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Linda. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing you. You're coming in and out. Repeat your question.
It will not let me merge the other federal income tax payable accounts. What happened is they evidently were created in the QuickBooks for Mac, and I'm not quite sure why, but there's so many of them, but they can't merge because you can't get to the part that says they're sales tax payable. When you go to the underneath part to edit them, it says federal income tax payable, and you can't change it to sales tax.
Is that federal income tax? Is that a type code or a name?
No, there's one is the type. The type is other current liabilities.
Okay.
Then there is a detail type. Now, you don't usually have I didn't know that you had a detail type in desktop. I guess I could open my desktop.
You don't open up a QBO. That's QBO.
In QBO, it makes one.
Right.
And it made it a sales tax payable.
So
Came in or what got changed, I don't know which one, is federal income tax payable. When you try to change it to sales tax payable, you say you can't change it. It is sales tax payable and it can't be changed.
It's
So
probably a system account, isn't it?
yeah, I would stop fighting it.
I'm going to just transfer things out to one and just make them inactive, and I'll do an
Full
adjustment
trial
account
balance.
Tuesday.
I'd be surprised if you could merge a systems account.
Yeah, that's why I'm not convinced. You can only have one system account for that. So
Well, I found one.
yeah.
The one that's named sales tax payable is a sales tax payable.
Okay, that's the one you have to keep.
So I would keep that one. I'm with Sarah. I would keep that one. Stop fighting about the rest of them.
That one appears to have been created and used for the first time on November 4th, 2016. So it's not even a year old.
Okay.
But I'll just put the others all together, and I'll then whatever's left at the end, I'll zero them. And I'm just not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave them and just make adjustments over to that other adjustment account. I think that's
Make sure that Ivy is set up correctly. That it is currently has one.
when she gets back. So
Yeah.
because I would guess they had no clue what they were doing when they did it.
Sounds like it. Or the program did things for them, which
So it's one, two, 3 accounts. 3 different sales tax payable accounts. So I'll bet they've somehow set up three there.
Linda, are you familiar with QuickBooks for Mac?
A little bit. I've worked with it a little bit, but I don't own the Mac, so I have to go to somebody else's place. And I don't want to go back and start again in January.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I just figured, can you look at the file in QuickBooks for Mac?
I can't at my house. I don't own a Mac.
But, if you have the opportunity, open the QuickBooks file in a Mac
Old file, and I could see that.
and look and see what things say, because there could be a conversion error, issue, commotion, whatever.
Because it
Look at it,
QuickBooks person.
because, again, the QBO chart of accounts does not make a hell of a lot of sense. The way they have it set up. You have to go in and create it yourself.
so
Just because you converted it doesn't mean it was going to match up perfectly.
It's just a mess, because there's they have 30 pages on the chart of accounts.
wow.
Yeah, it also could be that they duplicated.
For a
stuff got
designer?
duplicated
Oh
when
my
it got-
gosh.
A
Yeah,
lot
that's
they didn't
crazy.
duplicate. Okay, so I'm really trying to just condense, but without screwing anything up.
That's
Right, and in
tough.
order to condense and not screw things up, you need to do some detective work and go back and look at what it looked like before it
I
got.
wouldn't waste my time.
Probably a good idea. It's just
I mean,
unfortunate.
you don't need to spend a million years in it. Just go look at it.
around.
I would print.
Does anybody know if they rent Macs? I wonder if somebody rents a Mac. And
You
then I
have to
could
install the program.
Does she not have the old Mac that the program was originally on?
You know what? Maybe I could go borrow her computer while she's gone. She's going.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Done.
Yeah. So Linda, what I would look at would be the trial balance 12/31/16,
Got it.
and then look at the trial balance in QBO 2016.
All right.
Oh, got it.
And see what payments she made for December and January.
Got it.
There's your payable right there.
That's a good idea. Well, they called me because they couldn't figure out how to pay the sales tax. And they told me they were using Ivy. I said, well, doesn't Ivy know what the sales tax is owed? Are you tracking that there?
Right.
Oh, we never thought of that.
Well, how long have they been doing it?
Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't with these people right now. Oh, God.
They finally figured it out from there.
Good.
How long has this person been in business?
Well, she had to have been doing her sales tax returns with some reports. Or
How long have they been in business?
People don't deal with this until they have to.
But wait, how long has she been in business?
Since 2006.
Oh, Jesus.
long time.
Woo!
Somebody.
She never ever looked at her QuickBooks file.
Who was doing her sales tax returns?
I have no idea.
How about her income tax returns?
I could probably look back and see who she paid money to.
Okay, hold on a minute. I went to QBO and I pulled up the sample company. I am looking at 2 sales tax.
Share the screen since it's a sample company.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Check this out.
And you can show it on yours. Yeah.
Hold on. You see this?
We're looking in desktop. There we go.
Do you see 2 sales tax payable accounts?
Yeah.
Other current liabilities. Isn't there one that's a type sales tax?
Right.
No, go to the right. Well, sorry. Go
Edit.
to the right.
Edit.
I'm trying to get this.
Federal income tax payable.
All right.
On
That's
Earth.
the same problem.
It's not a problem. That's how QBO is set up. Click on the drop down for detail type and pick and see what the options are.
Sales tax payable. See?
Sales tax payable. Watch it.
Go ahead and see if you can change it.
But that one is
All right,
federal.
but now
That is the Department of Revenue.
Okay, let me go to the one that has money in it. Hold on.
But inside it says federal income tax payable. Try to change it to sales tax. It won't change it. Now go save and close. Watch that. That's what you get. Yeah, something's not quite right.
Who wrote this program?
Surprise, surprise.
And we don't think it's us.
Okay. You're not
We
crazy.
agree.
All right, where do you set up those little codes? Here?
Products and services, yes.
No, that's not where you, no.
No.
Sarah, I'll tell you where it is.
Okay.
Because I just went through this with tech support.
Okay.
Go to taxes on the left.
Taxes?
Go
Over
to
here?
taxes. Just right there.
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
Oh.
Now wait, look to the far right where it says related tax. Go down to where it says add edit tax rates and agencies. Go there.
Well, wait a minute. I'm going to look at the screen for a minute.
Okay, look at it.
All right, so you got the Board of Equalization, you got Arizona, recent sales tax payments, reports, current. Okay, so go where? Oh, over there where it says edit sales tax setting.
Right. Add it.
No, the one at the bottom.
The one at the bottom. Add edit sales tax. There you go.
Oh.
That's where you highlight them and you edit them there.
Okay.
Did they bear hard enough?
Okay, so hold on. So now return over here. So this says edit the settings. Can you tell it which GL account to go to?
I don't know.
I mean, how did it know to put
Good question.
Board of Equalization in one GL account and Arizona in another? Interesting.
Because you set it up in the chart of accounts.
Start with the chart. And
That's where you would have to create the 2 accounts and call it what you want to call it.
yeah, but see, if I go to
Let's say there was one in you were going to be in Georgia. They have lots of them, don't they? What's a state near you that they don't have a lot of taxes? Just one for the whole state.
well, in our state, we have one for the state of Georgia, 4%, and then we'll have counties and locals and education, all kinds of stuff.
Under the taxes.
So my question is, these two accounts right here.
Here's what I want you to do. Go up to new. Go up to the top and hit new. Create a new one, and set up something new.
A new account.
A new a chart of account. A new account in chart of account.
Create.
Just close out of there and
No.
get out of there and scroll all the way up. Just scroll up. Hit new over the corner.
Okay.
And then go in and do
You could do Georgia, I guess.
It's current liabilities, right?
Yeah, current liabilities.
I think what's happening, I think I don't know why it did it that way, but.
I think that's probably the default and nobody touched it.
Exactly. That's why
All right. So now it's somewhere. Let's see.
You just set it up.
I just set it up. Where'd it go?
Right there.
Oh, down here. Oh, because it's freaking alphabetical. That's why.
And it is, yeah.
So
Now, if you were to click to go edit it, I bet you federal will show up again.
you think?
Bet.
What?
Oh no, it didn't. So I guess they were set up as
No. See, because I set that up and it's fine. I'm on my Zoom, honey. So
I understand that.
yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Hold on a
So
minute.
set up a new one, you get.
Okay, so here's my question. So once we set that up, now we'll go over it.
Taxes, yeah.
now you go over to the taxes and then point to that account.
Yeah, you could do that.
Double broccoli.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay.
Okay.
All right, love you, bye.
They're ordering food. Ain't that a shame?
She is. She's ordering. Her husband's wonderful, Mark.
He usually does a FaceTime so I can see everything that's available. But I just
Guess
said,
you weren't answering.
yeah, and I said, you surprised me. All right, so
So
now
then you add one.
add new.
New, right. This is where you would say,
Then you can say Georgia, I guess.
you could do test.
Georgia,
Yep.
agency name, the base rate's 4.
You got to put the
You have to
agency
put
name.
your agency name. Just say GA, Department of Revenue or whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, and then save.
Got it.
Where do you tell it what GL account to go to?
You don't.
You have to.
Maybe it defaults.
All right.
Buried in weird places in QuickBooks Online.
I'm telling you, I think, okay, so now let's go back to,
Create an invoice
go
with
to,
that tax.
go to the chart,
Mhm.
the one that has money in it. Where is it? This one.
That one.
I'm going to view the register.
Mhm. There you
And
go. It's coming off of invoices.
All right, so here's an invoice for 20, it increased 20, okay, so can I edit?
And then you go all the way back.
Okay, hold on. So this says California, blah, 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 blah.
8%.
How did it know to go to that GL account?
Okay,
change
so
that from
create an
California
invoice.
to Georgia and see what happens. If it takes that money out.
Should lower it to
Yeah,
half the.
it lowered it. Then save what? Save.
Yeah, made it half of that. Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
then come back over this way.
So it should be, I didn't read the amount, $24 should now be in,
Right. Now look, I'm in the liability register and it's gone.
okay.
Now let's come back over to my chart over here and it should be.
Mhm.
Georgia, where is it? Right there.
Right there,
One more
13 bucks.
Yep, that's it. It was half. It was 26.82 before.
Yeah, so it went down and moved.
Yep.
And I'm
Yep.
thinking
But
that
how did it go from 26 to 13?
Because Georgia is 4%.
Oh, okay.
No, it's only
to
4%.
4%.
Okay.
So, okay, here's my question. I wonder if, see how this says, well, maybe not. You can't tell by looking at this that this is a type.
The only way to tell is to look underneath and try to edit it. And one of them says federal income tax. The other two say sales tax.
Uh-oh.
Look, we're back to federal.
It
It
went back to
changed
federal.
it again.
When you created that in the sales tax thing. I mean, you created that in the
Tax.
agency section.
Oh, it doesn't say test. It's made a new account. It made a new account. Oh my God, look. There's the one I made, test.
Yep.
And here's the one it made right there. It made a
automatically did it when you
It
set
made
up
a
the
payable-
name of the agency.
it made a payable to match the agency.
Yep.
And then it changed it to federal instead of, well, no wonder you're so confused.
Told you QBO was hella hot mess.
Man, okay.
Rolled
I'm
out
glad we went through this.
last night.
Huh?
There was a big update last night.
All right.
That's what tech support told me. Tech support thinks somehow that big update
Yeah.
was changing sales tax payable
Oh,
to federal
lovely.
income tax payable.
Oh,
And I said,
lovely.
if that is the case, it's probably 1 or 2 lines of the code that's
Yeah.
doing it.
Right.
Probably a relatively simple fix if the coders start looking for that.
Wow. Wow.
So
So I am so glad that the clients that I have that I set up in QBO that need to pay sales tax, I actually created income accounts for the different taxable versus non-taxable.
So you could print reports and do it by
I
hand.
could print reports and yeah, I am so glad I did it that way.
Hey, Linda, I think that every account, I would ignore that federal thing for right now. But
okay.
it looks like everywhere there's an agency, it made it payable. And that might be correct, except that you may, do you have multiple agencies or?
I do. I have 3. Well, when you say
You
agent,
just write 3 checks?
well,
Who it's payable to.
yeah, the vendor names is what I'm saying.
Right.
I have 3 vendor names,
And,
why
but you
you
really
have
should only have one?
but I don't know which one goes to which one.
No.
That's the problem. I guess at some point I can play with that to try to figure it out, but I'm going to just try to get them all into one to begin with.
Okay. Well, the only thing I'm concerned about
Get
is
around
messing up the sales tax program for 2017. But if you can't, I don't know. Somebody who knows a lot more about it than us is going to have to.
And I'm gonna try different things. The thing that's difficult with QBO is you've got the QBO. You make a change, you can't
play with it. You can't take a copy and play and see what happens.
I know.
You only have live data. Mm-hmm.
That's right. So,
All
but
right.
the good thing is the help people are available. I'll tell you, by doing this, I'm getting pretty good at QuickBooks Online. The
So
other
frustrated, but getting there.
If you want to edit a name somewhere, you like a vendor name,
Yeah.
go to the vendor name, you right click on it. And then you have to look to the very top right of your screen and you have a little rectangle that says edit. Now hold on here. Let me go back. When I go to expenses and then I go to vendors, expenses and vendors, then if I right click on a name, you go way up to the tippy top on the right in a white box with black letters that says edit, and that's where you can edit it.
Right.
It's like,
I don't understand this expense verbiage that it's, to me, it's a disbursement, not necessarily an expense. And that confuses me. And sometimes things become expenses when they're really checks. And I just,
I know.
it'll get there.
But by doing this, it's forcing me to learn it, and I'm actually having a relatively good time of it.
That's good.
To me, it's a real challenge to chew on, you know?
This one sure is.
So, Misha, can you give me the information on, I'm sorry that I was so rude to you last week when you said that if I used the headphones, if I just got a nice little jack, that it would work fine on my computer. Can you give me that information?
The extender on your headphones.
I bought on Amazon the Bose extender.
Uh-huh.
So I honestly don't even remember how I just Googled look.
So do you think the problem is it's not getting seated properly?
This is how long it is.
Yes.
And it's because I if I have my headphones on, I want to walk around the office. But the thing is that this, I don't know if you can.
I can see that. Yes.
You see how small it is?
Yes.
So I plug that in, and then this end goes. It works perfectly with the headphones. But I got a Bose brand, so this little thing says Bose on it.
It's like an extension cord.
Yeah.
Got it.
But this works a little bit better.
Look, Dennis has one.
See?
This
works better in
the computer.
See how small it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think this one would getting one like this might work better in the computer.
Okay, so is that the one you plug into your computer?
I put this end into my computer.
Got it.
But what you should do is look up your computer, get your model, and look for accessories.
Got it.
And see if there's a special one that you need.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much. I just was so out of shape last week. I'm sure I was very rude, and I apologize. Jeez.
I just got one that's like about
you just spent
6
a
feet.
lot of money.
Oh, you got one, Dennis?
Yeah, the problem is I keep tripping over it or get tangled up in my feet.
Dennis, this is your friend.
It's only like about 5 or 6 feet.
Look at this. I literally
I like what you did with it. That's beautiful. Good idea.
And then as I move, I could go all the way over there and I'll be fine. But if I have to kind of go across the room, I can with the headphones.
Go down to the first floor.
No, I don't think it'll go that far. Okay. But yeah, it works perfectly fine.
Got it.
Can I go back to this silliness again?
She is stuck on girl, she done fall down a hole.
Well, okay. This is QBO, correct?
Yes.
Now, I just want to go look at
Is that the sample company?
Yes.
Great.
Linda said, look at the vendor name. So I'm new and I look over and I go, well, it isn't obvious here. Oh, no, you're the cogwheel. Go to the cogwheel.
No, not
They
changed
it. Yeah, you can do your own list, but on the left-hand side, go to expenses. Expenses,
and then you have
up at the top.
There's expenses and vendors. There's your vendors list.
It made it more complicated.
Change that word to disbursements. That makes me crazy.
I don't blame you, but it's
okay. Well, now I know.
That's why we use desktop. What can I say?
Then you said something about editing. Oh no, you
Pick
go to
one
the
that has them out. Pick
Burger
Jaeger's Road Warrior Bot. Okay.
Now look the top right to the left of where it says new transaction. It says edit.
Edit.
Oh, that's where it moved to.
Now, does that make sense? No.
It's just a lot of clicks.
The other thing is in the upper right-hand corner, right where it says dashboard, if you click that, it'll bring the vendor list up. Oh, no. Go back to where you were, expenses.
Yeah.
Expenses. Okay, next to where it says dashboard, there's 3 lines and a plus.
Yeah.
Right there. Click on that.
What's that?
That is the vendor list.
Oh
my God. I didn't know that. Wow.
Seriously.
So honestly, I'm gonna tell you this: the developers who are making all these changes.
How do you do the customer list? Why won't it work?
Same
for the
thing. Go to sales.
It should be the same thing. Sales.
You have your customers right there. You have all sales, invoices, customers.
And then click on one of them. Click on one of them.
One of them.
Oh,
yeah. Boom.
Wow!
You've got to do all those clicks, open up a customer just to get that little feature to make it list. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Because the developers at Intuit are not talking to the people who are actually using the software.
That's what I've been looking for. It's just
I know.
That's like, you know what that's like, Sarah? You know what that's like?
What?
That's like a man designing a bra, trying it on himself.
That's what I say. That's what I say. That only a male invented the the boob MRI or the mammogram machine.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go, I'm like, a male designed this.
Poor Dennis.
Sorry, Dennis, but it's the truth.
Oh, I'm so
Because,
excited.
you know.
Are you going to put any tags? Put tags. How to get a vendor list and a customer list. It's at the very end of this recording.
Okay.
Okay, I have another question. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
So, you know how every time you go somewhere and then you have to go back, and I can't, I'm so used to have it being toggling between my windows and I lost that. What is this thing about tabs or?
Yeah,
So basically you, from what I get, you right click, like say
it says customers, look. It says customers over there.
Okay, listen.
Yes, we're listening.
Hover your cursor over expenses.
Expenses, yeah.
Right click. Open in a new window.
Yes.
Now you've just opened. You're still in that same customer.
Yeah.
If you minimize your browser, you'll see that you have one that says vendor and one that says customer.
But
now you can work in both of
now,
them. And do what you gotta
can
do.
I get them in little tabs across the top?
Pretty much. You can
Right, so
open
like
in a new window with
new tab?
a new tab. Yeah.
There. Now that makes sense.
Well, if you right click on the tab and say duplicate.
Yeah.
Duplicate.
Oh,
That's what I do all the
That's
time.
how I
There you
was doing
go.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
you can have,
thing.
so now on one thing, multiple tabs, you can have the vendor, the customer, and your banking all open at the same time and just click between. And you don't have to keep messing, around.
Okay, so I'm getting a little happier now.
Or if you get 3 screens, you just put them on one screen or different.
Pretty much, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just have them go different places.
But
That's
see,
what
that just duplicates the window that you're on.
Right, so
You
now
can
this
open
would be
a
reports or
tab
something.
for something else and open up your reporting and have all of that on
Okay.
one tab and everything. Now this is one client. You could then open up another browser window and do something other than this, but you have all these windows open on all the tabs.
Okay, so this says vendors, customers, chart, and reports. And what do you
and you
think
just
about?
toggle between the 3 of them.
You can toggle.
Just click on the window.
Just click on the thing.
On the tab.
I know. You just click. But you were talking about something about tiling them, maybe, or
I can't remember how to tile.
I got into your nuts. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How do you tile it?
I don't know that I've ever got it to tile. All I know is these tabs, whenever you duplicate, it always stays on the same client. If you want to go to a different client and have 2 sets of books up, you need to.
Yeah, I would never want to work on multiple clients at the same time anyway.
There are some clients that have more than one database. And
Here's the thing. You can pin a tab so it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, pin it. How do you do that?
You can pin the tab if you don't want it to go anywhere.
Yeah,
And
but then
that
look, I can't. They all look the same.
But then you don't know what they are.
How about if you hover?
Yeah, you just hover over them.
That's sort of cute.
Oh, wow.
Now, are people somehow saving this with a name? That was.
I think that's probably the.
It's possible that if when you go out, that they come back the same way.
Right. It'll remember
Because
where
you
you were
pinned
the
it,
last time.
so.
But somebody said that you actually log in as a different user in Chrome.
Yeah, you can. I have multiple. I can set.
Used to do that.
You can set up multiple aliases.
Yes.
And sign in as that. Set the tabs.
People.
Tabs. People. Right. Yeah.
Like make a people.
You can make a person, and it's you. Call it whatever you want, and give it a picture.
We're too old to be making people. Yeah, no worries there.
But then you can say, just call this whatever, and then you can set it where the settings are just how you want it, and it will always do the same thing.
Create a desktop shortcut for this user. Control and view the web. Okay, so now I made a user.
You can either go to your desktop or in the upper right-hand corner, you see the name. You can switch between them there too.
Yep.
In the upper right-hand corner.
You can switch between users, the users you've set up.
Yeah, see,
Up. Right there, right there, right there.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Log into QuickBooks Pup, which is what? Does it have a password? Is that why it wanted me to
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to sign in and create.
sign in as me?
Yeah, I created a ninjutsu one. I used the ninja.
I don't even know.
much more creative than I am.
All right, so this gives me something else to play with, because what I'd like to do is, I think what they're doing is they're logging in as like this extra person, and it has its own pinned
icons. You're talking about icons, but see, if you make an icon in one company, it doesn't necessarily correspond with other companies. So you would have to make a different person for each company. Really? Clients to do that with.
So it wouldn't just pull up the chart of accounts of whoever I'm logged into?
Mm-mm.
I guess not.
Because if you pinned it, it's whatever you pinned.
Oh.
It's a company that you pinned.
Well, I know somebody has a video on this, I'm sure.
Michelle Long.
If not, you could do one, Sarah.
Figure it out.
I know, right?
Okay.
Play with it. Tell us next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with it, and I'm gonna have the QB Online up on the back of the screen in this laptop.
Okay.
So then I can show you where I'm at with these guys.
All right.
All righty.
Not bad, right?
So we had a great time this week. Learned a lot of new stuff, huh?
I have to read more QB Online. It's kind of fun actually doing it.
Yeah.
Just a sample file or another file, or
I put our personal stuff on it just to force myself to.
I hear
Learn how to get around in it, right?
yeah. So
All righty. Well, we're going to end here today.
let me see if I can borrow a QuickBooks for Mac.
There you go. And the saga will continue next week.
At least we have a little better idea of where this stuff came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that.
Looks like that federal income tax payable is something in QBO.
That's a QBO burp.
That's yeah.
Yep.
It's so to recap, QuickBooks Mac is hella crazy. QuickBooks Online is hella crazy. And merge the two, it's a hella crazy.
We were all over the place today.
We're feeling for you, Linda.
Thank you.
Lots of sympathy.
All righty, everybody. See you next week.
Nice
Have a
weekend.
great
Bye.
weekend, everyone.
Bye.